Kevin Costner tells court he plans to sue over Yellowstone pay dispute and chuckles when asked if he would swap homes with Christine Baumgartner, saying hers is comparable but not equal to his $145 million mansion. Kevin Costner has taken the stand in his divorce hearing, chuckling at times and becoming engaged in an angry war of words with his ex-wife's lawyer and others. In a shocking moment during his testimony today, Costner said he will probably go to court over smash hit series Yellowstone, while also sharing new details into the couple's lavish spending. The veteran actor made the explosive revelation during testimony over his income, which is part of his divorce battle with estranged wife Christine Baumgartner. Asked if the single property compared to his 5-lot compound, the veteran actor said, "I only live in one of the properties, so I believe they're comparable. I don't think they're equal." When attorney John Rydell asked if he would swap homes with his ex, Costner, wearing a pair of black framed glasses, burst out laughing and quipped, "This is tricky." He went on, "No, I would not, but not because I don't think that home is comparable. I have raised 3 children in my home, their hands are in the stone. I think most people would understand that." Smiling, he added, "There are some features of Baumgartner's new house I'd like to have in mine." Costner's testimony followed a morning dominated by wrangling over figures and whether or not the actor's tax liabilities had been taken into account. At one point, the actor was seen nodding in agreement when his attorney Susan Wiesner got forensic accountant Jill Bombino to accept his tax payments had not been deducted from her figures. Rydell claimed that was because Costner failed to turn his tax returns over to his wife's team. Her team say his fees from the Paramount show should be included as part of his total income, while his team say they should not, describing it as past and not future income. Costner cut a laconic figure on the stand, frequently making quips and drawing chuckles from onlookers, but turned serious when the discussion turned towards the revenues he has made from Yellowstone. Having been shown a breakdown of his fees from the shows, he said, "I was concerned about the first 3 years. I thought I made $5 million. Told he made more, he deadpanned, 'Oh good. I thought we were going to have to launch a treasure hunt to find it.'" Costner told court he had originally agreed to make seasons 5, 6 and 7 of the Western series and had negotiated a fee of $12 million for each. But season 5 was bifurcated into season 5A and 5B, each with 8 episodes. Court, he had rearranged his schedule to shoot 5B, even moving filming of his movie Horizon to accommodate it, for which he charged a $10 million push fee that was plowed into the movie budget. But by the time he was ready to film last fall, work on scripts for 5B hadn't been completed, leaving him with a gap in his schedule. Costner says negotiations over season 6 continued in February and again in May over money and creative differences, but he says Paramount eventually walked away after he asked for $12 million to film that season. He said, "It's a little disappointing that the #1 show on television is not producing. I'll probably go to court over it. I'm disappointed in the production." Talk also turned to Costner's 4-part series of films Horizon, which he has funded to the tune of $20 million and owns a third share in. Horizon 1 and 2 are complete, and Costner said he expects a fee of $12 million for each one, but has deferred that payment for now to avoid overstretching the film's budget. Challenged over why he didn't just take the $24 million fee he is owed, Costner said, "I would have liked to have it. I think anyone would, but I did what I thought was right." Asked if he expects to make a profit on Horizon once it is released, he drawled, "Boy, I'd like it to roll." Costner will return to the stand later this afternoon as a witness for his own side, but had to be told to come down by his attorney Laura Vassar, who wanted to make a short opening statement. In it, she accused Baumgartner of making unreasonable financial demands and poured cold water on the notion that the Costner children care about ocean views and what happens at their father's Aspen Ranch when they are not there. Vassar told court the Costner family do not live like movie stars, adding that the children do not wear designer clothes or drive expensive cars and attend regular public schools. She told court Costner no longer owns his own private jet and added, "But even in LA, I have never seen a child support request this high." Vassar and Costner say Baumgartner plans to live off the child support payments, despite having already received a $1.5 million payout, an amount specified in the former couple's prenuptial agreement in the event of a divorce. She also described Baumgartner's much-maligned new home as stunning and pointed out it has features such as a jacuzzi, which Costner's property does not have. Concluding, Vassar described Baumgartner's demands as overreach and noted that there will be a trial in November over the prenuptial agreement and her request for spousal support. Both Costner and Baumgartner arrived early for the second day, with Costner sneaking in through a side door in navy blue tailored suit. Baumgartner wore a black slacks and a white blouse. Costner's new role is due to his ongoing divorce battle, with the pair fighting over child support payments, He wants to pay $60,000 per month while she is demanding $161,592. On the opening day of the two-day hearing, the court heard how Costner rakes in $1,468,953 per month and lives in a sprawling beachfront property with 5 lots inside that is worth between $75 million and $95 million, according to Baumgartner. She is currently renting a luxury home for $40,000 a month but says it isn't good enough for their family and wants to trade up to a $150,000 a month home close to her old one if she can get her child support payments bumped up. During her testimony, Baumgartner described the family's lavish lifestyle, including Christmas parties that saw the pair ship 40 tons of snow to sunny Santa Barbara and Aspen vacations at Costner's 160,000-acre ranch. Additionally, the family reportedly spends $40,000 per month on flowers and gifts. But things turned edgy when the subject of Josh Connor, a family friend who she traveled to Hawaii with last month, was raised. Costner has accused her of being in a relationship with recently divorced Connor. As a result, Baumgartner was forced to deny the pair were an item on the stand and was made to attempt to explain 2 envelopes of cash he gave her, each containing $10,000. One was handed to her mother who, until the separation, had been enjoying monthly payments of $5,000 a month towards her mortgage. Baumgartner says she kept the other at home and eventually returned it to Connor because "I don't need the money right now." She told the court he had dropped the envelopes in her purse after she had confided in him that she was worried about her finances due to the ongoing divorce battle. The mom of 3 also had to admit she had borrowed $80,000 from her brother to pay the first installment of the rent on her new home but blamed that on Costner who, she said, had previously deducted cash from her current child support payments. She said she had since reimbursed her brother for the money but squirmed when asked by Susan Wiesner, one of Costner's attorneys, whether she plans to get a job or is in fact planning to pay her bills using the child support she is awarded. The 9-year-old also became sharp when Wiesner pointed out she bought her parents a $50,000 BMW SUV each at the end of 2022 and beginning of 2023 and had acquired a membership at the Montecito Country Club for herself and her family around the same time. Membership fees at the luxury golf club start at $100,000 but can cost as much as $275,000 for the top tier. Prior to that, Baumgartner also spent a long time explaining why her new residence doesn't offer her children a comparable lifestyle to the one they have with their father. Adjusting a pair of white framed glasses and speaking confidently, she talked the court through a series of photos of Costner's Carpinteria property, among them pictures showing the bleached wood deck, an infinity pool overlooking the ocean, a chicken coop and 2 guest homes. Interior shots showed decor designed to chime with what she described as California living with colorful striped rugs, 10 leather couches, and a huge marble table with dark wooden chairs overlooking the ocean. Baumgartner, who introduced herself to the court as Costner, also told of the family's sporty lifestyle which includes regular surfing, fishing, scuba diving and volleyball. That includes a boat owned by their son Caden, 16, and a dedicated room set aside to hold the family's large collection of surfboards, wetsuits and paddleboards. The Carpinteria property consists of 5 separate lots, one of which is a former neighbor's residence purchased in 2016 and now used as a guest house, as well as a site for sitting by the fire and roasting marshmallows and holding family celebrations. In his opening statement, Baumgartner's lawyer John Rydell referenced the eye-watering sums involved, telling court Costner rakes in more than $1.4 million per month. During his deposition 2 weeks ago, the Dances with Wolves star put his monthly living expenses at $240,000 but wants to pay his ex no more than $60,000 per month. In the latest deposition, Katz claims that most of that $240,000 figure is money that Baumgartner spent on herself, including $18,000 in medical bills, $18,855 on clothing, and $3,377 on beauty treatments. She also is reportedly responsible for the bulk of their ATM withdrawals, amounting to $8,886. Rydell also spoke of the family's lavish lifestyle when in Aspen, Colorado, describing how the ranch has sledding trails that light up at night and have music piped through the trees, as well as multiple canoes and fishing lakes. According to Rydell, the property is currently being rented out for an eye-watering $50,000 per day.